So Saurabh, Gurgaon is already a world-class city, or Gurgaon will be a world-class city?
Yes and no, both.
People keep looking at ROI. 7 होनी चाहिए, 8 होनी चाहिए.
I will not quantify the returns here for this discussion's sake. I think for an investor, the primary things what he should look at is how stable is the brand which is occupying
Tenant.
space, that the tenant.
डेवलपर्स ना 3 तरह के थॉट प्रोसेस से प्रोडक्ट बनाते हैं. कई डेवलपर्स हैं सिर्फ बेचने के थॉट प्रोसेस से चीज़ बनाते हैं कि मुझे बस बेच के निकलना है.
You need to invest with the right developer. You need to invest at the right location, as you pointed out, and you need to invest into a right product.
Is this bull run going to continue, or Gurgaon will emerge into a very mature market, or this is going to be a city to live in? What is going to happen? Because you stay, you eat, sleep, breathe Gurgaon, you sell Gurgaon. Commercial real estate is a science. You know why I say that? Residential में तो आप सीधा सीधा चलते हैं और सीधा ही बाहर निकल जाते हैं. कमर्शियल रियल एस्टेट में बहुत सारे ऐसे फैक्टर्स होते हैं जो आपको नजर नहीं आते. तो इस चीज के लिए टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक टू somebody very senior in the real estate industry in Gurgaon, somebody who's been at the helm of affairs to one of the largest developers in commercial real estate, Advance India Projects Limited, and he's a professional who's been in our industry for more than 15 years. So, and he's a thorough professional and a great friend, and I am looking forward to this conversation with him to understand the, I would say, the ups and downs and the lefts and rights and the depths and breadths of commercial real estate. So let's welcome Saurabh Shankar Seth, Head of Sales and CRM, AIPL. Hi, Saurabh.
Hi, Vipin. Thank you so much, Vipin, to get me on your podcast. Really happy to be a part of this.
Yeah.
And looking forward to a great conversation with you.
Yeah. And Saurabh, as I said, commercial real estate is a science. And you've been with AIPL for 7 years and in the industry for long with other developers as well. What do you want to say about this, commercial real estate being a science?
9 years.
9 years, sorry.
9 years now. Come July, I will complete 9 years, Vipin. When I look back, I don't know how these 9 years have passed by. And to be very honest, when I came into AIPL, this was the first time when I started doing commercial real estate in a full-fledged manner.
Okay.
Because all my previous assignments had only bit of a commercial real estate portfolio, whether on the retail side or the office side. AIPL, being a commercial real estate developer, was doing it for almost 3 decades.
Yeah.
And to get into a developer which had a portfolio which was predominantly commercial real estate was a big challenge for me, because I had to sort of get accustomed to, the environment which I had signed up for.
Yeah.
But now when I look back after having spent 9 years, it feels like as if I've been doing commercial real estate all the beginning of my career, all throughout, honestly. And now when I, meet new professionals who join the industry, when I interview, candidates to be a part of my team, I get to see that, candidates who come in with a exposure which has been more towards the residential side, as against the ones who work with developers who've sold commercial or retail real estate assets, they're somewhere lacking on a lot of aspects. So commercial real estate actually broadens your horizon of learning. You get to learn a lot more, because residential real estate is, the selling of residential real estate is largely around the amenities and the facilities of the complex,
The floor plan.
the floor plans, and, where it is more of a family decision. Even when the deals are closed, you'll see 9 out of 10 cases, from the first visit itself, the families come in.
Yeah.
And they like to understand what is being built and how they can imagine themselves to be a part of.
Part of it, don't use it.
As against that, when you sell a commercial real estate investment or a retail real estate investment, you have to cover upon a lot of other aspects. How is the investment going to pan out? What is the potential of the upside? How is the yield going to be, etc., etc. So given that the discussion with a prospective buyer in retail and commercial real estate buyer revolves more around the mathematical bit. We also expect the candidates to be very smart with the numbers and all. So, of course, that's on the other side where we want how these, young guys should sort of prepare themselves if they really want to propel their career into real estate. But the fact is that commercial real estate gives you a immense learning opportunity.
Now, very interesting. Prior to AIPL, you were in real estate for 6 years.
No, I have been with
8 years. Okay.
Yeah, I've been with AIPL for 9 years now. And in total in real estate, I've spent about 17 years.
17 years.
17 years.
So that means you had 8 years of experience in real estate when you came into AIPL and you did commercial real estate for the first time.
Yes.
Now somebody who spent 8 years is saying that it took me a while to get accustomed to commercial real estate is a very interesting fact. Now, why I'm highlighting this is, most of the times either brokers or investors think कि commercial real estate का क्या है, location अच्छी होनी चाहिए, खत्म, सब कुछ हो जाएगा और रेट आपने अच्छा लिया. And a senior professional like you is saying it took me a while. So commercial real estate is really a science. So it's not only about location, right?
It is not only about location, Vipin. I prevail upon 3 fundamentals in real estate. And I think this theory will not just apply to the commercial real estate also. While your question is predominantly around the commercial real estate, I think it is largely about how one should look at while doing an investment. There are 3 things. You need to invest with the right developer. You need to invest at the right location, as you pointed out, and you need to invest into a right product. I have rarely seen instances wherein if somebody's got all 3 checks, his investment has gone wrong.
So what do you mean by the right product?
See, when I talk about the right product, it is essentially around how is the product going to be different from the others in the same micro market?
Okay.
What all architectural elements have you built in? What are the USPs of the project? Or what is the differentiating factor? I mean, you talk about golf course extension road open, let's say, for example. Everybody talks about the oversupply of high street retail. We've been selling, all of us have been selling retail real estate for such a long time.
Yeah.
We can literally count 10s or 12s of high street markets or commercial real estate asset, which have really mushroomed on this road. But for a fact, how many are doing well, Vipin? So we all know that there are only a handful of such projects which are doing well. Just about 3 or 4 of them. So what are those factors which make 3 or 4 of these projects better than the others? There must have been some thought which would have gone into it.
So what are those?
Some thinking which would have gone into it.
For any investor to invest in commercial real estate, these factors, if you can bring forth, will be very helpful. That's what are the factors?
Of course. So Vipin, it is not only the architectural element of it. Like I've always said, retail or office spaces will not succeed only with development.
Okay.
The developer needs to have the wherewithal or the ability to lease it out well. You'll see there'll be umpteenth number of developers who would tie up with the best of the architects around the globe, do some fancy buildings, do some fancy malls and all. But eventually when they see the light of the day, you see the success doesn't really show up. So when I talk about the overall product composition, it has to have the right strategy also for leasing out these spaces.
So when does this
only when you lease out these spaces well, that they hold long-term value for the investors.
So when does this strategy begin? Like at which point in the project does the developer gets into the strategy कि मेरे को ये lease करना है?
देखो सबसे पहले तो विपिन आपको day 1 से ये तो clear रखना पड़ेगा as a model that you need to remain committed to the success of your project. The thought has to be seeded in on day 1. All other things will follow. ऐसा नहीं है कि आज आपने प्रोजेक्ट लॉन्च किया तो आज ही आप लीजिंग कर दोगे. कमर्शियल रियल एस्टेट की अगर हम बात कर रहे हैं तो, लेकिन ये थॉट क्लियर होना चाहिए
From day one.
From day one. So that you move in that direction. आपने अपनी प्लानिंग करनी है, अपने जोनिंग करनी है, वेयर डू यू वांट योर एंकर्स टू कम इन, और वेयर डू यू वांट अ सर्टेन सेगमेंट ऑफ रिटेल टू कम इन, all that thought process, at least on day one, should be there on the blueprint.
Yeah.
You may do iterations during the entire life journey of the project, which is absolutely natural. Normal है, आप revisit कर सकते हो इन चीज़ों को, लेकिन ये thought process day one से clear रहना पड़ेगा.
Correct. I tell a lot of investors and I tell my team as well that developers ना 3 तरह के thought process से product बनाते हैं. कई developers हैं सिर्फ बेचने के thought process से चीज़ बनाते हैं कि मुझे उस बेच के निकलना है. कई हैं जो बेचने और बनाने के उससे बनाते हैं कि मुझे बेचना भी है और अच्छी चीज़ बना के भी देनी है. और बहुत कम होते हैं जो बसाने के लिए बनाते हैं.
Absolutely.
एंड आई थिंक द सक्सेस ऑफ कमर्शियल रियल एस्टेट टोटली डिपेंड्स ऑन कि जब पहले दिन वो ये सोचता है कि मुझे इसको बसाना है.
और विपिन, ये बड़ा पेन्सटेकिंग प्रोसेस है. हाउएवर इजी इट मे साउंड, और पीपल में परसीव कि जैसे ही मार्केट बन गई या जैसे ही ऑफिस स्पेस बन गया, मैजिक वॉन्ड विल सॉर्ट ऑफ प्ले इट्स रोल, और सडनली वो जगह ऑक्यूपाइड हो जाएगी, वो ऑफिस स्पेस ऑक्यूपाइड हो जाएगी या रिटेल भर जाएगा. इट डजंट हैपन. इट टेक्स अ लॉट ऑफ एफर्ट एंड परसिवियरेंस फॉर द टीम्स टू गेट द राइट ब्रांड्स एंड द राइट कॉर्पोरेट्स इनटू द बिल्डिंग. अगर भरनी हो, सिंपली भरनी हो, तब तो भरी जा सकती है. बट विपिन, वी टॉकिंग अबाउट क्रिएटिंग लॉन्ग टर्म वैल्यू इन दीज एसेट्स. It can only happen when you have the right people at your places.
Yeah. So one very important question. AIPL has been synonymous with, I would say, commercial real estate in Gurgaon. And very few people know that AIPL has largest townships in Punjab. And not one, not two, not three, not four, many, many. And they've done this very successfully. And last 3-4 years have mainly been around residential projects, whether it is plotting or high-rise or floors. And everybody, especially after the successful delivery of Peaceful Homes, everybody has been dying to have a residential project from AIPL, including me.
Yes.
So, but AIPL is still launching commercial projects, which is fine. But what about the residential project? When will that happen?
No, we are equally excited about the euphoria in the residential market, Vipin. And not that, we are not evaluating options. तो हम बात कर रहे हैं, बताऊं तो काफ़ी सारे हम ऑप्शंस आज भी इवेलुएट कर रहे हैं रेजिडेंशियल के. एंड वेरी सून, होपफुली, गॉड विलिंगली, वी विल give a fantastic product to the market to sell. People who stay in Peaceful Homes or in Zen residences, they are so happy with the quality. You'd be aware that while that product was launched as a mid-market segment product, it is nowhere short of a premium, correct, to luxury kind of a product. People are extremely happy with the way things have come up there, the clubhouse, the lobby, the sense of arrival, the landscaping and everything. So people are anxiously waiting for another Peaceful Homes to be replicated, or maybe a higher version. And we are working in that direction. Vipin, बड़ी जल्दी आपको देंगे. मार्केट बहुत ज़्यादा anxious है, anxiously wait कर रही है कि AIPL एक project launch करे residential space में. And we are aware of it, and as a team, we are working in that direction. And it won't be in Gurgaon alone. We are open to work in other territories also.
Correct.
And so far, if you see our concentration of projects, the commercial and retail space has been primarily on the Golf Course Extension Road. But then this time, for the residential, I think we'll be open to look at other micro markets also.
Yeah. Because, people have been waiting, plus have been accusing AIPL as well कि why इनको commercial real estate में पैसे ज़्यादा बनते हैं, क्यों इन्होंने कर दिया. Then the thought process comes, no, residential तो बड़ा तेज बिक रहा था, इन्होंने फिर भी नहीं किया. Why do you take so much time?
देखो, commercial real estate,
because you're at the helm and you're one of the decision makers.
Correct.
So what goes behind this? It is very important for people to understand that if you're waiting, there must be a reason. There must be something that...
reason नहीं है Vipin, जैसे मैंने बताया, we're waiting for the right opportunity. We just don't want to do a project for the heck of it that everybody is doing it. So we want to be a part of that rat race. आप जानते हो, हम अपनी जो भी projects लेते हैं, उसमें बहुत ज़्यादा थॉट प्रोसेस जाता है। आप किसी प्रोजेक्ट को उठा के देख लो, हमारे AIPL बिजनेस क्लब की बात कर लो, ऑफिस स्पेस में AIPL ऑटोग्राफ की बात कर लो, AIPL जॉय गैलरी की बात कर लो, या जो बिल्कुल रिसेंटली लॉन्च AIPL जॉय डिस्ट्रिक्ट की बात कर लो। बड़ी स्ट्रेटेजिक लोकेशंस हैं। ऑफरिंग्स तो हमारे पास बहुत सारी आती हैं विपिन, बट ये है कि हम शॉर्ट टर्म व्यू नहीं लेते हैं प्रोजेक्ट्स का। वी होल्ड अ लॉन्ग टर्म व्यू ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट। हाउ इज द माइक्रो मार्केट गोइंग टू डेवलप? रिटेल की बात करें तो उसके आसपास क्या इनहैबिटेशन आने वाली है, क्योंकि इवेंचुअली जैसे आपने आप ही खुद बोला था कि AIPL अपने प्रोजेक्ट्स को आगे तक लेके जाता है और सक्सीड करता है। तो मैंने सिर्फ प्रोजेक्ट बना के नहीं निकल जाना है,
बस आना है,
आई डोंट वांट टू मेक अ प्रोजेक्ट एट अ फ्यूचरिस्टिक लोकेशन की मुझे कोई प्रोजेक्ट
बना के
हो रहा है और मैं वहाँ पे एक फ्यूचरिस्टिक सी लोकेशन पे प्रोजेक्ट खड़ा करके और अपनी लायबिलिटी कंप्लीट करके निकल जाऊँ। बिकॉज एट द एंड ऑफ द डे द प्रोजेक्ट विल ओनली सक्सीड इफ पीपल कम इन दैट प्रोजेक्ट, एंड फॉर दैट टू हैपन द एरिया नीड्स टू बी सपोर्टिव ऑफ दैट। सो ये थॉट प्रोसेस जाती है विपिन। तो जैसे मैंने बताया, रेजिडेंशियल बिल्कुल इवैल्यूएट कर रहे हैं और गॉड विलिंगली बड़ी जल्दी कुछ अनवील करेंगे। और कमर्शियल की जहाँ तक आपने बात की, कमर्शियल AIPL का फोर्टे रहा है। इट्स बीन 33 years now that AIPL has been developing commercial real estate spaces, both office spaces and retail spaces. और एक रिटेल प्रोजेक्ट को भी जैसे मैंने बताया, सिर्फ बना के नहीं निकलना है, उसको चलाना भी है। एक रिटेल प्रोजेक्ट को बना के चलाने में आप मान लें 7 से 8 साल लग जाते हैं। आपको बनाते बनाते 3-4 साल लगते हैं, और उसके बाद 3 से 4 साल उसको चलाने में। पहले आप कुछ ब्रांड्स लाते हैं, उनकी चर्निंग होती है, फिर नए ब्रांड्स आते हैं। Joy Street is
I know,
classic example. We were discussing this, I think, few days back only, how Joy Street is now seeing churning of brands.
Despite COVID coming in between, still it has been
Absolutely.
pretty robust. Now, tell me, from an investor's point of view, one investor comes in and they want to invest in commercial real estate.
जी.
I think primarily they're looking at the return. They're looking at कि मेरे को किस ROI में मिल जाएगा, मैं क्या कमाऊंगा. So what is it? What are the tips or what are the, I would say, strategies an investor should keep in mind while investing in commercial real estate? Because there are many things, many lure in the market. ज़्यादा रिटर्न ले लो, ऐसे कर लो, वैसे कर लो. What's the right way?
बहुत अच्छा पॉइंट आपने रेज किया विपिन। आए दिन ये इन्वेस्टर्स के साथ, प्रोस्पेक्टिव बायर्स के साथ या हमारे चैनल पार्टनर्स के साथ ये डिस्कशन कहीं ना कहीं निकल ही आता है। People who are not as well informed as we are about how to go about investing in a commercial real estate investment. Let me call them the gullible set of investors who get lured by these fancy numbers which are thrown at them कि sir 8% return, 9% return. Let me tell you that I will not quantify the returns here for this discussion's sake. I think for an investor, the primary things what he should look at is how stable is the brand. If I'm talking about a pre-leased investment, okay, how stable is the brand which is occupying the space, that the tenant that is occupying the space which you are or the investor is willing to invest in or buy. How stable is that tenant? How good is that market which he occupies? How well is the market maintained? Because eventually all these things will boil down to the fact that his investment holds long-term value. कई बार क्या होता है ना, हम शॉर्ट टर्म व्यू लेते हैं किसी चीज़ का। शॉर्ट टर्म व्यू में हमें चीज़ बड़ी लुक्रेटिव नज़र आती है, बट 2-3 साल में डायनेमिक्स की वजह से चीज़ें बदलती हैं, और फिर हम देखते हैं कि शायद हमने जिस विजन के साथ उसमें इन्वेस्टमेंट किया था वो चीज़ उस तरीके से पैन आउट नहीं करती है। बट फिर वो हाइंडसाइट में चीज़ें सोचने का कोई फ़ायदा नहीं रहता है, क्योंकि तब तक चीज़ें निकल चुकी होती हैं। तो अगर रिटेल की भी बात करें, ऑफिस स्पेस की भी बात करें, हम प्री लीज्ड एसेट्स की मैं टिपिकली बात कर रहा हूँ, तो हमें प्योरली ROI से ड्रिवन नहीं होना चाहिए। हमें ये देखना चाहिए कितना स्टेबल टेनेंट है, क्या क्वालिटी ऑफ बिल्डिंग है, फिट आउट्स पे एक एंगल देखना चाहिए। कई दफ़ा ऑफिस स्पेस में मार्केट में फिटेड आउट स्पेस कैपिटलाइज होती हैं,
तो उसका फिट आउट्स का भी कॉस्ट,
फिट आउट्स भी आप कैपिटलाइज करते हैं जो कि डेप्रिशिएबल होती है। तो usually such deals, not that I'm saying that one should not go with such deals at all, but largely as a principle, I think it always makes more sense to go for a warm shell space in a pre-leased form where the tenant has done the fit outs. वो भी stability को और enhance करता है.
Correct.
अगर tenant ने fit outs किए हैं
वो रहेगा.
तो आपको clearly indication मिल रही है कि वो कोई short term vision के साथ उस building में नहीं आया है. Is there to stay.
Yeah.
So ये सारे factors हैं.
I think एक और चीज़ बड़ी important है from my experience that people keep looking at ROI. 7 होनी चाहिए, 8 होनी चाहिए. I think what is one of the things we should look at other than the product, as you said, and the tenant, ki is the per square feet price being offered the correct price for the building?
Absolutely.
If we look at the per square feet price, then we don't need to worry about 5%, 6%, 7%, so that we stay away from fabricated deals.
Correct.
Right.
Typically वेपन मार्केट में होता ये है कि जो इन्वेस्टर है वो आइसोलेशन में सिर्फ ROI वाले नंबर को देख रहा होता है, वो रेंटल को नहीं देख रहा होता है.
Correct.
आप रेंटल को जैकअप करके आर्टिफिशियली इन्फ्लेट करके और ROI को बेटर करके इन्वेस्टर को उस समय तो पुल कर लोगे. और जो गलेबल इन्वेस्टर है वो उस ट्रैप में आ भी जाएगा. लेकिन ही विल लर्न ओनली विद टाइम दैट द डिसीजन दैट ही टुक वाज नॉट द वाइजेस्ट वन. यू नो, तो लोगों को इस बात का ध्यान रखना चाहिए, इस चीज़ को लेके माइंडफुल रहना चाहिए कि ROI इज़ नॉट द ओनली गवर्निंग फैक्टर of a good real estate investment.
Okay. And how do you think the channel partners, the real estate advisor, play a role in this?
Very important, Vipin. See, हमारी market है Vipin, channel is the voice of the developer. You know, you hardly come across developers who do direct sourcing or who have sales teams who go out in the market and source business. You know, this entire territory or this entire market is heavily channel reliant. I think if I may quote a number, more than 99% of the business which we or maybe other developers in this market are doing are sourced through channel only.
Okay.
So it becomes extremely important for the developers to keep educating their channel partners by doing training sessions. I'm not talking about the principals of the firm, but of course of the FOS, who are the ones who go out in the market and speak about the project and share the first-hand information of the project with the prospective buyer. So they need to be educated well, and it is only when they counsel their prospective buyers in the first place in the right manner that the buyer, when he comes back to the developer's office, he comes with the right mindset. I come across so many situations within जहाँ की wrong expectation setting करके FOS ले आता है और फिर developer हैगल कर रहा होता है कि नहीं सर ऐसा नहीं है, you know, things
और उसमें कहीं
actually are slightly
transaction भी खराब हो जाती है because what the channel partner has said and what the developer says, there's a gap in it.
हाँ, तो ज़रूरी नहीं है कि विपिन कोई ये ऑन पर्पस करता है. कई दफ़ा क्या है, I very sincerely feel that this is only a matter of lack of right training and adequate training to the FOS. So we at AIPL make it a point कि हम मास कॉन्टैक्ट प्रोग्राम्स भी करते हैं अपने चैनल पार्टनर्स के. उनके FOS के लिए हमारी सेल्स टीम उनको एडुकेट भी करती है, उनको एम्पावर करती है, उनको सही पिच देती है, जिससे कि जो स्टोरी हम कहना चाहते हैं प्रोजेक्ट के बारे में वही स्टोरी जाए, वो डिस्टॉर्टेड ना जाए.
बट आपको नहीं लगता कि ये इट इज़ टफ फॉर यू गाइज टू कीप एजुकेटिंग देम, क्योंकि कई बार इट इज़ नॉट अबाउट एजुकेशन, समटाइम इट इज़ अबाउट इंटेंट ऑल्सो कि मेरे पैसे बन जाए जल्दी एंड तो मैं कुछ भी कह के ट्रांजैक्शन क्लोज कर दूँ.
आई थिंक अब ऐसा नहीं होता है.
अच्छा,
अब बहुत इवॉल्व हो गई है. आई थिंक मोस्ट एसोसिएट्स और मोस्ट चैनल पार्टनर्स दैट वी वर्क विद or maybe that's my experience, you know, operating in a very professional manner. You know, they like their teams to be trained well. They have their own internal training formats and systems in place. Plus, you know, they encourage their teams to go to developers office and get frequent trainings done. तो काफ़ी evolve हो चुकी हैं. Yeah, I wouldn't say 100%, but yeah, I mean, काफ़ी हद तक ये चीज़ें address हो चुकी हैं.
And do you think the investors perceive channel partners like this कि evolve हो गए हैं, या अभी भी उनके दिमाग में होता है कि इनको तो बस पैसे बना के निकलना है? What is
जैसे मैंने बताया विपिन कि पिछले काफ़ी सालों में ये बहुत बड़ा बदलाव आया है मार्केट में, जो इन्वेस्टर्स भी आते हैं चैनल पार्टनर्स के साथ, वो कहीं ना कहीं उनकी एडवाइस को मान रहे होते हैं।
हाँ,
तो ये फ़र्क दिखा है रेगुलर ट्रेनिंग का उनके अपने ऑफिसेज में जो हुई हैं या जो डेवलपर्स के ऑफिसेज में हुई हैं, उसके वजह से ये फ़र्क दिखा है। क्योंकि अब जब इन्वेस्टर आता है तो वो बड़े ध्यान से सुनता है कि हाँ, मेरे चैनल पार्टनर ने मुझे क्या चीज़ एडवाइस की है। तो मुझे लगता है बहुत सारे बदलाव हुए हैं पीछे, रेगुलेटरी फ्रेमवर्क्स बड़े स्ट्रॉन्ग हुए हैं, तो अब कहीं ना कहीं प्रिंसिपल्स इस बात को जानते हैं दैट आई डू नॉट वांट टू बी हेल्ड अकाउंटेबल फॉर एनी मिसकम्युनिकेशन और एनी मिसरिप्रेजेंटेशन, whether by me or by any team member, because at the end of the day it is not just about one transaction but about the reputation of your firm name.
and you mean to say training plays a big role in this?
It does, Vipin. वो आई थिंक बड़ा इंटीग्रल पार्ट है आज हमारे पूरे सेटअप का और हमारे फॉर्मेट का, और इस पर हम काफ़ी हाप करते हैं। इनफैक्ट हमारी टीम के जो KRAs हम डिफ़ाइन करते हैं उसमें बहुत ज़्यादा वेटेज दी जाती है सेल्स ट्रेनिंग को टू देयर चैनल पार्टनर्स एंड टू द AFOS. See, at the end of the day, an organization's endeavor to be a respected developer or to be a transparent developer can only be achieved if every stakeholder plays their bit.
Yeah.
अगर सिर्फ सौरभ बैठ के सही चीज़ें कह रहा है या विपिन जी मार्केट को सारी सही चीज़ें बता रहे हैं, it is not going to get achieved.
It is not sufficient.
It is not sufficient, so anybody and everybody who is part of that thread, whether Vipin's team or Saurabh's team, or Vipin's team leaders team, everybody has to speak the same language.
And now let's talk about Gurgaon. Last 3 years, 4 years have been stupendous. It's been all over India, but Gurgaon, I would say, has a different league altogether. The way it is evolved, there's so many micro markets which has come up. Everybody from at least North India wants to stay in Gurgaon, and everybody from all around the world wants to invest in Gurgaon and are investing. What do you see now in the coming future, next 2 years, 3 years, 4 years? What do you think is likely going to happen? Is this bull run going to continue, or Gurgaon will emerge into a very mature market, or this is going to be a city to live in? What is going to happen? Because you stay, you eat, sleep, breathe Gurgaon, you sell Gurgaon.
आपका मैं एक YouTube वीडियो देख रहा था पुराना, आपने तो प्रोफेसी कर दी थी ड्यूरिंग कोविड ऑफ हाउ रियल एस्टेट इज गोइंग टू बिहेव, बट यू रियली गॉट इट बैंग ऑन.
That was October 2020, and that guy was asking me, खत्म हो गया है, खत्म हो गया है. अच्छा अभी देखना क्या होगा.
एंड आई वाज लाइक कि विपिन ने जैसे बिल्कुल फोर्सी किया था कि कंज्यूमर बिहेवियर किस तरीके से चेंज करेगा, इट इज़ फॉर रियल नाउ. तो
गोइंग फॉरवर्ड,
हाँ बिल्कुल ठीक कह रहे हैं विपिन. गुड़गांव का रियल एस्टेट जो है यहाँ से एक अलग ट्रैजेक्टरी पकड़ने वाला है. द ग्रोथ इज गोइंग टू बी ऑफ अ डिफरेंट लेवल फ्रॉम हेयर ऑन.
Okay.
See, for the longest time, the biggest handicap or the biggest obstacle in Gurgaon has been the infrastructure. While Gurgaon had all the right things in place, you had the best of the corporates, the best of the multinational corporations, you had the proximity to the international airport. We can go about, the list of all the right things which were already there, the so-called super HNI segment, which always wanted to relocate from South Delhi and come to Gurgaon for a better lifestyle. The only obstacle so far had been the right infrastructure, which seems to be going on a different level now with tremendous progress which has happened in the last couple of years. I would say largely post-COVID and even going forward.
So Saurabh, Gurgaon is already a world-class city, or Gurgaon will be a world-class city?
Yes and no, both. No, I'll tell you why. For a world-class city, Gurgaon gets a checkbox on a lot of aspects.
Like
You have the best of the corporates here, the best MNCs, a very large expat population. You have multinational corporations expanding their offices like anything. अभी हम बात कर रहे थे अमेरिकन एक्सप्रेस दुनिया की अपनी सबसे बड़ी फैसिलिटी कहाँ बना रहा है, गुड़गांव में बना रहा है, तो
बन गई है.
बन गई. So on a lot of aspects it is already there, but that said अभी बहुत सारा काम बाकी भी है. विपिन, मुझे लगता है कुछ रोड इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को लेके इन पर्टिकुलर जब मैं बात करूं, द रोड्स विद इन द कॉलोनीज एंड ऑल समवेयर हैव बीन इग्नोर्ड, एंड यही लोग तो बाहर आते हैं, सो दे होल्ड अ वेरी डिफरेंट व्यू. तो कुछ चीज़ें हैं, रोड इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पे कुछ काम होना है, सिविक एमिनिटीज पे कुछ काम होना है, टू ब्रिंग इट
To the world class
to a world class level, to a level where everybody can boast that they live in a city which is at par with any developed city in the entire world.
One more thing. I was reading an article by the chairman of RMZ, and he was mentioning that currently the amount of foreign investment in Indian real estate is about 4 billion.
जी.
But he's saying the way India is going, there is a lot of money which is still lying stagnant. I don't know what is the term he used, dry powder or something like that. He said that is still lying, not in India, abroad, waiting to be invested. And he's saying the way India is growing, and especially he mentioned Gurgaon as well, if it continues this way, in the next 3 years, it will jump to $25 billion.
I won't be surprised, Vipin. See, for a fact, all of us know that India has been shining for the last few years.
Yeah.
There aren't too many nations around the globe which have been doing as well as our country is.
Yeah.
And when we talk about our country, there are only a handful of centers, which have kind of kept that control of growth with them, So for the longest time, Mumbai used to be one such city, but just see how Gurgaon has picked up in that race. So I won't be surprised if the numbers that you're talking about, or this senior professional of the industry is talking about, for the kind of money to come into India or in this part of the country, and especially to be pumped into
real estate,
pumped into real estate, which is why I say that the opportunities in real estate going forward for investors are going to be huge in Gurgaon.
Yeah.
And मुझे लगता है कि गुड़गांव से बेहतर डेस्टिनेशन कोई भी नहीं होने वाला है.
One more question. I was doing a little research. In India, there are very few universities or colleges where there are specialized courses for real estate.
जी.
Very, very few. And don't you think something around that needs to happen, such that there are more people who at least have the basic education about real estate when they join the industry, whether on the channel side or on the developer side?
आया है बदलाव विपिन. पहले of course you didn't have too many courses being offered by universities or private institutions for aspiring students who want to make real estate as their career, to pick up a course wherein they can specialize in real estate. But of late, the institutions have started offering such courses.
Can you advise our viewers?
MBA and real estate programs. I think Amity University also offers one such program. I had interviewed a candidate who had done this program, real estate MBA. RICS करके लोग आते हैं, तो ज़रूर बदलाव आया है. बट दैट सेड, इसमें मुझे लगता है काफ़ी और अपॉर्चुनिटी है, काफ़ी स्केल अप करने का अपॉर्चुनिटी है यहाँ पर. तो आई थिंक जो एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैं उनके साथ डेवलपर्स कोलैबोरेट करके प्रोग्राम्स क्यूरेट कर सकते हैं. So that will be very interesting. So that the right content can be created, the right subject material could be created. क्या bylaws हैं, क्या रेगुलेटरी फ्रेमवर्क्स हैं, या क्या SOPs हैं, क्या कंप्लायंसेस हैं, जिससे कि इवेंचुअली जो स्टूडेंट है रियल एस्टेट का, जब वो अपना एस्पिरेशन के साथ रियल एस्टेट को अपना करियर बनाए तो वो बड़ा वेल इन्फॉर्म्ड आए, और फिर उसके लिए सिर्फ अपने उन स्किल्स को प्रैक्टिकल एप्लीकेशन देना ही बाकी रह जाएगा, बिकॉज ऑल द थेरेटिकल अंडरस्टैंडिंग और द थेरेटिकल लेक्चर्स वुड हैव ऑलरेडी बीन डन इन द क्लासरूम्स।
Yeah.
तो बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग ये पॉइंट आपने विपिन उठाया है।
Because I really feel, it has to be mainstream. It is already mainstream when it comes to the contribution in GDP. Why isn't it mainstream when it comes to education?
It isn't, Vipin. For the longest time, real estate has remained as a very unglorified industry. आमतौर पे आप देखो, Tier 1 cities की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ, Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities आज भी लोग real estate को बड़ा look down
करते हैं।
I remember when I was switching in from Citigroup, that was my first employment. I mean, that's where I started my career from, and I was getting into my first job in real estate. So a lot of friends of mine and relatives posed this question at me, that why, I mean, you were doing so great in city and you were working with one of the finest financial institutions, तो आपने ये suddenly real estate जाने का क्या सोचा? तो people have such questions. You will come across relatives or friends who will say, अच्छा, so property से बेचोगे या so you get those funny questions from people who and it is not because they want to look down upon this industry. It is sheer ignorance. See, the right message has never gone across. The right awareness has never been created by the responsible set of people. So I think जैसे हम बात कर रहे हैं Vipin, these conversations really help.
I know.
And to our audience also, it will give them a sense of awareness and better insight into how this industry operates
and what kind of people are operating inside this industry.
So बहुत फर्क आ गया. There's been a paradigm shift in the quality of professionals also who work within real estate. In my team particularly, I see professionals, who've done their MBAs, and young guys, who come in and, they really want to propel their careers to, great heights. तो quality जो है human resource की, जो human capital है, वो बहुत ज़्यादा बेहतर हुई है. तो ऐसा हम नहीं कह सकते कि चीज़ें जैसी थी आज भी वैसी हैं, और बेहतर हो चुका है. लेकिन हाँ, अगर हम इस तरीके के प्रोग्राम्स क्यूरेट करेंगे कहीं ना कहीं, तो ओवरऑल जो इम्पैक्ट है वो और अच्छा हो सकता है और बेहतर हो सकता है.
Correct. But last question for you, but a candid one. Will you, if given a choice, will you encourage your children to get into real estate?
Why not? I think मेरे बेटे से तो मैं घर जाके रियल एस्टेट की अभी बहुत बातें करता हूँ और वो ऐसे शुरू होती हैं. I mean Vipin, as we know that हमारा ऑफिस कभी खत्म नहीं होता. So even when we go back home, we are talking to maybe to our colleagues, to our teams, to our associates, to our directors. So these guys keep overhearing what's being discussed, and then somewhere out of curiosity, question is posed at us कि ये क्या है, ये कैसे है, और that small question leads into a conversation which I feel will gradually develop their interest into probably contemplating about real estate also as a possible career option.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why not? Or Arya and your son is already into real estate, so I think lot of second or third generation professionals are to seriously sort of foray into this zone. So I am absolutely sure that things are not going to be the way they were maybe 10 years back. That people would only look at those cliched career options. Real estate अब बहुत अच्छी career option है लोगों के लिए.
Fabulous. I think we wouldn't have ended this podcast on such a fabulous note. It is very heartful for me to know and understand that a senior professional like you is all game to get the next generation into real estate.
Absolutely.
कहते हैं ना बिजनेसमैन के घर में जब बच्चा बड़ा होता है तो अपने आप ही वो कुछ बिजनेस के नुआंसेस सीख लेता
है जी.
सिमिलरली एक रियल एस्टेट प्रोफेशनल के घर पे जब बच्चा बड़ा होगा वो ऑटोमेटिकली बड़ी सारी चीज़ें सीख लेगा एंड देन द फॉर्मल एजुकेशन. So that's great. So thank you so much, Saurabh. It was absolutely wonderful having this rich conversation. I wish we could have gone on for long, but we shall meet again and have more insights around our favorite subject, real estate.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me on your podcast. And it was equally insightful and interesting for me to have a dialogue with you. You spent such a considerable time in the industry. Always a pleasure to talk with you. And like you said, for the paucity of time, we had to sort of curtail upon a lot of questions. But perhaps the next time we meet, we can continue it from here.
Thank you, Saurabh. So this was a fabulous conversation with Saurabh Shankar Seth, Head of Sales and CRM at Advanced India Projects Limited, the finest real estate developer in Gurgaon. So we shall see you again, and our intent is to keep having these conversations and to give you an insight into the people who are behind real estate. Thank you very much. Goodbye from Podcast from Space Creators.